Looks like chemo is going ahead as scheduled today. There's the chemotherapy room. We get these comfy lounge chairs to hang out in, which is good because we're here for a while. So, yeah, the nurse will access my port and I'll film that for you. And then it's just basically sitting here while the IV does its thing. That little, oh, that's a blood pressure, temperature, blood oxygen unit. The IV unit will get here. There's my IV unit. And talk to you later. I got so thoroughly chilled on the way in that I grabbed one of the heated sheets that they supply. You see that there? That's full of hot sheets. These. So that we can keep warm. Isn't that nice? I got cold. The temperature went up high enough today that I thought mistakenly that it was warmer and I didn't need to wear as much. So I wound up really freezing myself. Whew. Okay, so warm sheets. Cozy, snugly. So the nurse has the equipment ready. It all has to be kept clean and sterile. She's going to poke a needle in me. You can see it right there. I can't touch it, but that's the needle. And a pillow for my arm to rest on. And, yeah, gauze and tape and stuff. And nice shaky video. Again, it's not landscape like it should be. Sorry, folks. We're in portrait all day because I started in portrait. Well, actually, YouTube won't care. I'll put you into landscape. There you go. And that's just something to sterilize. Wouldn't want to give me any germs. These folks know their business. And you guys get to watch her punch me, but I'm going to look away. And I'd show you this lovely lady, but she's not interested in being publicly. She's not an actress. So you only get to see her hands. Capable nursing hands.
She's shy.
It's all right. I only get 4 or 5 views per video.
Oh, okay. Well, you never know.
Well, I hope so. I think you have to get something like 500,000 views before you get paid. Hello, love your hair today.
Thank you.
All right, here comes the punch. It doesn't really hurt very much, but I'm always nervous. Because the first time when it was still fresh, it was kind of painful. Ouch! Okay, it still hurts.
Yeah, it does pinch.
Doesn't hurt as much as the cancer did. I'll tell you that. There's my blood. Look at that. So that thing will stay on me for the next 46 hours, like till Wednesday, after she gets it all taped up. And I'll be back with some more video when the IV's running, so you can see what the IV looks like. Because at this point, she's just going to wrap it all up and hook me up. So there we are, all taped up. They use a transparent adhesive plastic to cover the whole mess. And the little tube runs down and down and down and up and up and up. And it runs to this little automatic machine. That device has batteries in it, so you can unplug it and walk somewhere if you want to, like go to the bathroom, which is just over there. I suppose if I was really restless, I could wander around, but I don't think they'd like that. So here I am for the next however many hours. I think it's about 2.5 hours. I'll just sit here while this device quietly feeds the contents of that bag and another bag into my arm. See you later. This amazing, lovely young lady is my social worker, and she comes and sees me and talks to me and cheers me up, and it's just, isn't she beautiful? Lovely lady comes around on a regular basis with a beverage card, so I got coffee that I finished and put my almond milk in it, chocolatey. so it was a mocha. And I have a lovely apple juice. Nice sun-ripe apple juice. And then I brought some fruit. And it's almost lunchtime. And they actually bring a lunch cart around. I mean, you have to buy your lunch, but they've got sandwiches and soup and, again, coffee and drinks. And the beverage cart even includes little digestive cookies that I don't partake of. So they do their best around here to make you comfy. Another thing they do here that you could easily get irritated, but they have to do it every single time. Before they do anything, add anything, interact with you in any way, they ask for your last name and your birthday. And you rattle it off when you log in, and you rattle it off when you are introduced to someone, and you rattle it off before they take blood and before they add any medicine or do anything. And periodically they just walk up and ask you name and birthday. The reason they do this is to make sure that they don't make any mistakes. You know, they've got these procedures where they have to check endlessly to be sure that they haven't accidentally gotten one patient mixed up with another. And you could be annoyed by it, but I'm reassured. I find it comforting to know that they're that picky about it, and I'm not going to be getting somebody else's prescriptions. Big deal. The ivy says to me, "Let me sing you the song of my people." And for 2 hours I listen to this music. I'm going to try and make a techno song out of that. See that? That's the beverage cart. Look, isn't that nice? Free beverages and snacks. Such a nice place. Well, my chemo's done, so they're just putting a little dextrose in me, and then I get to go home. So I'm done with chemo and heading home, except that I stopped before I go home out by the neighborhood park where there is a Pokemon gym, and I took it yesterday even though there was 4 really huge Pokemon in there, and it didn't take nearly as much work as I thought, so I figure I'll do it again because I'm getting really annoyed with this particular team. They're here all the time and they just sit here for a week at a time and nobody ever challenges them. And it's my neighborhood. I don't know, they might be neighbors too, but how come it's always the same 4? Are they like 4 friends or something, or is it one guy with 4 phone accounts? I don't know, but it gets annoying, so I'm going to try and take them down. Wish me luck. This is my disgruntled face. I kept having a timeout before I could beat the Pokemon, and the gym went down 3 levels. Went down almost to level 1, but I couldn't take it down, and I ran out of revive crystals, and I ran out of patience. So these opponents get to keep the gym, and I wasted a whole lot of time and resources. Sometimes I hate this game. Hi, I'm home again. Messy hair. And my fluorosil bottle. It's called fluorosil. After the IV got taken off, and I was too busy packing my stuff to film it. But anyways, you know, they take the needle out, and they don't take the needle out. They leave the needle in. But what they do is they change the tube and wrap everything up with padding and tape and everything, and then put this over top. So for the next 46 hours, my arm's like this, and I won't be showering, but this is an infuser bottle. The medicine is called fluorosil. The stuff I had at the hospital was oxaliplatin. It makes me cold sensitive and makes things tingle, and it makes me have to heat up my water to drink it. And I'm really not sure which one it is that makes me throw up, if it's the oxaliplatin or this one, but they gave me a whole bunch of pills. Some of them I had to buy myself, some of them were given to me. These ones are metoclopramide. We've got ranitidine, it's for nausea. I don't know what the metoclopramide to control. I have no idea what it does. One of them controls nausea, and the other two control side effects of the nausea and each other. It's like that. This is dexamethasone. They give me this one every time. So I have to take those based on a chart that tells me when to take various assorted pills in relation to meals. Now, it's assuming that I take breakfast, lunch, and supper when I'm actually more breakfast, midday meal, and evening snack. Sometimes there's a morning snack in there. So the fluorosil bottle looks like this. And this is a balloon, rather like a condom, that is under just enough pressure from its own elasticity that it just pushes the medicine up that tube. And the bottom will pull away from the bottom of the bottle, and it will shrink this way, and it will just get smaller and smaller and smaller until it's just a sleeve on there. And that'll be Wednesday afternoon, and I'll go back to the clinic and have it removed. I am so annoyed with Pokemon right now. Yesterday I managed to take the gym, so I thought I could do it again today. But I didn't have enough revive crystals to put my best guys on it, and I kept timing out before I could defeat theirs, because my best guys are smaller than everything that team puts up there, so and I don't have anyone to partner with. So if I want to take the gym, why do I want to take the gym? Well, I want to take it because I get free poke coins, which I can spend on things in the game. I get game coins out of it, as well as experience points, which are good for my overall status as a Pokemon player. No, the gym is not a physical thing. The gym is a digital thing that's tied to a physical location. My YouTube videos are uploading from my phone, so I can't show you, but it uses the Google Maps, and it puts a map out of the area, and it tracks you with GPS or whatever, the Google Maps thing. It tracks you so it knows where you are, and then overlays virtually Pokestops and gyms, which you can then access through the game. So you have to actually park your car or stand on or sit down on the grass or whatever. You actually have to physically put your phone next to the location, which on your phone has a thing on it. But in real time, out there in the park, you can't see it. And it's kind of mentally weird because you're sitting there going like, I want to look out my window and see this gym out there. 'Cause, I mean, I was sitting in the car playing. It's cold out there. Actually, it's only -1. It's very melty, which is making it hella slippery. And I passed a fender bender on the way. And now, if you ever have a fender bender, please, if the car can still move, if it can still roll from one place to another, get out of the driving lane, would ya? The cops aren't going to come. Nobody's going to come except a tow truck if you call it. And when you report it to SGI, now that's in Saskatchewan, but generally when you report it to insurance, all they care about is what direction were you going, what direction were they going, who had right of way. That's the person who the other person is at fault. And that's all they care about. So just get your vehicle out of the way. Unless somebody's actually critically injured or the vehicle cannot drive, that's what you're supposed to do, is go find a safe place to put your car. You're causing problems for all the other drivers, and you might actually wind up getting smashed into some more. So I've got about 9 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to use up the whole 9 minutes. There's not a whole lot to talk about. Side effects? Yes. I'll tell you about side effects. Water, even when it's not cold, starts to taste, it's more of a feeling than a taste, like it's got fiberglass insulation in it, these nasty little prickles. My vape pen, even though it's a lovely caramel macchiato, tasted a little bit like putrid mushrooms. This one's better, so it might just be that the burner dealie is getting worn out and has to be replaced. The interesting thing about food is that when I'm eating good, wholesome paleo food, the picky stuff, you know, the hippie stuff, I'm fine. But if I eat normal, cheap food or, you know, ordinary food like the sausages I had, I will be ralphing all over the place. And I just had organic slice of bread with poultry fat, garlic, fried turkey bacon, sliced boiled egg and some Gouda cheese under the broiler. Oh, yes, it is good. And I'm fine. I'm not nauseous at all. Though I'm going to be eating less for the next few days. It's a good opportunity to reduce my calorie intake because I kind of gained 10 pounds over the Christmas holidays, and I kind of don't want to keep that until spring, just in case, you know, I gain another 10 pounds. I'd rather yo-yo between 10 pounds than jump to 20 and have to pull down. And I really don't want to get fat again. This is so much more comfortable being thin. Everything fits better. Things don't hurt so much. I prefer the clothes that I wear. I prefer the look of my face. And well, when I was fat, I couldn't do this anymore. And I got a thing. I like to be flexible. What can I say? Actually, before I gained all that weight, I was able to put my feet behind my head, and I'm hoping to get back to that. But I'm going easy on myself because, you know, I've got cancer and I'm in treatment. Why would you push yourself on top of that? It's enough just to keep from getting sicker. And, so side effects, yeah. Oh, and my fingers get tingly in the cold, and my toes get tingly. And if it gets cold, if my face gets cold, my lips start doing this weird thing, involuntary tension. Like, I get this involuntary duck lips thing. And I look at the mirror and I can't see a thing, but it feels really bad. So, and that comes from letting my face get cold. So it's a cold sensitivity. You can actually, if you're breathing in cold air, you can actually have your throat and lungs close. And that's probably the asthma attack I had the last time when I tried riding my bike up. I mean, normally I'd ride my bike in this beautiful weather, and I'd be on my bike today at these temperatures, except for what the chemo does to me, and the danger of having a full-blown asthma attack from breathing in too much cold air. So, not doing that. Okay, now I really have been on here long enough. I'm going to upload this and try to compile it. And I'm really sorry about the goofy portrait, landscape stuff. I have to learn to hold the phone in landscape. And while I'm learning, we're going to have some mess. But, you know, there's less than half a dozen of you viewing, so sorry, you're my test subjects. Now, if you haven't heard about the giveaway, you've got until January 2nd to get on it, so watch the makeup video, the makeup vlog, and get on the giveaway. It's right at the end. It's a fun little giveaway. Yeah, did I where put it? I hope I can find it when the time comes. I went and put it away. That's the trouble with the tiny house. Somehow things get lost faster. Okay.